It's on you. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what it is. DJ, spin my shit. So, in the latest NBA news, we got Jimmy Butler suspended indefinitely. Now, this feud between him and Pat Riley been going on for a while now. They first slapped him with a 7 game, I think it was a 5 or 7 game suspension. He missed the plane or something like that. Ended up getting suspended again for 2 games. Missed the Milwaukee Bucks game. Now he's getting suspended again for I think another 5 games until the actual trade deadline. Like I think it's February 6th if I'm not mistaken. And it just comes down to like basically they basically got suspended for missing a shoot around or walking out on a shoot around, and at this point he just wants out. I mean, it is unprofessional at the same time, but at the same time it's like there's something internal going on that we probably not gonna know as fans. That's what's going on with Jimmy Butler. But as you can tell, man, like Jimmy Butler, if you look at what he has done for the Miami Heat, him coming back asking for an extension, it's not really far fetched though. I mean, if you look at all the Miami Heat runs when they made it to the finals, and even though they didn't have enough, you kind of blame that on ownership not having enough. Like Jimmy got you there. Jimmy put that team on his back. It's not his fault that Tyler Hero got hurt both them times when he did that. It's just when the star player fuse with the owner like this, it's kind of it's just not good for the team. It's hard for the teammates and it's hard for young players to come in there and be serious about their craft and try to get better. It's hard for the veterans that want to make it to the playoffs, want to, what I'm saying? Because playoff wins and getting championships and that stuff lead to different things in your career. And for Bam Adebayo, he deserves better. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many veterans on that team. I think without Udonis Haslem being there, a lot of this stuff has been going on. I will say that. I will throw that out there. I don't think nobody has ever, like, all the YouTubes and shows that I watch, nobody really threw that out there. And like I think it's really a thing. Like without Udonis Haslem being there, that kept the mold and everything together. And you would see sometimes on the sideline. I remember like maybe a year, 2 years ago, right before the playoffs or like in the mid season, I think it was Jimmy Butler and Spo got into it, but that was like part of Heat culture because you had Udonis Haslem there to break it up, and you had him to hold people accountable, and just it's just not the same. I don't really. This is not Heat culture. I mean, what superstar don't want to, what I'm saying, play in Miami? Like who doesn't want to be in Miami at its highest peak and you're the star player of the team? I think them not getting Damian Lillard really put a hold on this team, because if you get him away from the Bucks, or you make that deal, Pat Riley, and you keep Jimmy, and you probably have to give up, what I'm saying, a Tyler Hero. It all comes down to Tyler Hero and maybe some other people. Maybe in the trade, people wanted Bam, and he just wasn't trying to give up Bam, and he was trying to give up Tyler. We don't know what was going on in it when Damian Lillard was going through that process. But for them not to land, and him and Damian say I want to go to Miami, but him ended up in Milwaukee, it's just a bad look. Now, at the end of the day, you know, Jimmy, I understand it though. Like once you check out, you checked out. Especially if we don't know what's going on, like when it compares to like when shit get rough in a work environment. It's certain things that you and others can't see that people be doing, that only that person that who is happening to can see, and it's hard to really explain. So we don't know what's going on with Jimmy. By the end of the day, from how it looks, they're gonna try to make it seem like he's the most unprofessional, what I'm saying, player that they're dealing with. And let's read what the CBS had to say. The Miami Heat are suspending star forward Jimmy Butler indefinitely. The Miami Heat is, not the NBA. So once they make this trade, he'll be able to play again. The decision came after Butler walked out of a shoot around ahead of Monday's game against the Orlando Magic. Butler, who has been publicly trying to force a trade out of Miami for weeks, left practice after he was informed that Haywood Highsmith will be replacing him in the starting lineup moving forward. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, for all that, you're not like they want him to come to the games. They want him to be involved. It's kind of like, why not just sit him at home? Why, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't want him to get paid because he's still going to get paid. They just don't want him to get paid and not come to the facility, not go to the games, not do, you know what I'm saying, not be involved with the team. He'll still get paid. I think the one with the airplane incident or whatever, he been doing that, so they can't, you know what I'm saying, he can appeal that. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they're gonna try to make it seem like that's just how when it's player versus organization, when it's employee versus company, that's how sometimes it goes. And you really have to have your stuff in order for, you know what I'm saying, not for it to, for you to explain what's really going on and for the outside world and people other than you can see it. The Miami Heat are suspending Jimmy Butler without pay, effective immediately for an indefinite period to last no fewer than 5 games. The team wrote in a statement the suspension due to the continued pattern of disregard of the team rules, engaging in conduct detrimental to the team, and intentionally withholding services. This includes walking out of practice earlier today. You feel what I'm saying? This is basically like, if you can boil it down to a misgruntled employee to the company, or misgruntled employee to the supervisor. However you want to look at, however you want to break it down. I don't take it for face value. I take it for, like, there's something internal going on within that organization with between actually Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler. I don't really think it's with Spo. It might be, it might not. I don't know. But Spo has, like, Spoelstra Nostra hasn't been getting the same airways, the same type of criticism that Pat Riley has been getting when it comes down to why Jimmy Butler is doing what he's doing. So it just comes down to, you know what I'm saying? And then a few, I think it was last playoffs or maybe 2 years ago when Jimmy wasn't in, he got hurt and it was Tyler Hero. Like, every time, it's never been Tyler Hero and Jimmy in the playoffs. It's always been one of the others hurt. So last year or the year before last, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was last year, Jimmy got hurt and he couldn't play the playoffs, and they end up playing Boston in the first round or the second round, I can't remember, and they swept them. They got him up out of there, or they beat him by one. They beat him by 5. They beat him in 5, if I'm not mistaken. And Jimmy had something to say about that, and Pat Riley just wasn't feeling that. Like, I had a clip for you right here. You can see it. I'll link the description. I'll link the description. I'll link the video in the description. But it just good down. Man, it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, where you're going to trade him at, who's going to give up what. Like, they're just not going to just get rid of him to get rid of him. You feel what I'm saying? But who knows? They might, though. He's basically pulling a James Harden right in front of our eyes. He's basically pulling a James Harden. Like, I know, I can't do it no more. So, in all aspects, you know what I'm saying, let me know how y'all feel. What team should try to trade for Jimmy? Maybe my Phoenix Suns will make a move. Maybe we can get Bradley Beal to come up off his no trade clause. You are going to Miami. They are in the East. It's a lot easier. Like, we don't, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of sway that towards him. Maybe the Milwaukee Bucks can make a move. Maybe Memphis can make a move. They got some talent over there they can give up. I don't know. Maybe Philly, but I think they too far back behind. There's no point of you making a hasty move, and you're not going to make the playoffs anyway. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about it. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.